We're going to work through 7-168. We're going to convert the following angles, which are in degrees, to radians. We know all the way around the unit circle is 2 pi, or 360 degrees. We can either multiply by that, because those two are equal, or to save us time in the end, we know halfway around the unit circle is pi, or 180 degrees, so we could multiply by pi over 180 degrees, and then the degrees are going to cancel when you multiply, and we just then need to reduce the 225 pi over 180. So that means we need to take 45 out of here, which leaves us with 5, and 45 out of here, which leaves us with 4. So that leaves us with 5 pi over 4 radians. And that's your final answer. So we do the same on the next one. We are going to multiply by pi over 180. So that those two things are equal. The degrees again will cancel. And then in this one we have 75 pi over 180. So we then can take 15 out of the top and 15 out of the bottom. We end up with 5 pi over 12. So that's our final answer after reducing. So we do that again. The negative just becomes negative 15 over 1. We multiply by pi over 180 degrees. The degrees again will cancel. We'll end up with negative 15 pi over 180. So once again, we take 15 out of the top, that gives us 1, and 15 out of the bottom, that gives us 12. So we end up with negative pi over 12. And then the last one, same thing. We're going to multiply by pi over 180 degrees, because those two things are equal. The degrees will cancel. We end up with 330 pi over 180 degrees. And if we end up taking out 30 out of the top and 30 out of the bottom, we end up with 11 and 6. So we end up with 11 pi over 6.